Oh, it was quick today. So I was late. The stream was the streaming software was fast. So as the title says, y'all, I'm not here to make any predictions or anything. I know everybody's trying to do that, and that's how you get all your views and followers and all that kind of good stuff. I always say same thing. Bitcoin is dropping, and I guess a lot of people are actually getting scared this time. But that was a pretty. Let me actually pull that up. I gotta have it on screen, but I don't see it. Let's see here. I mean, it's a pretty fast drop because let's see where we were at. Yeah, that happened pretty fast. So yeah, we were at like around 70,000, and we had this drop all the way down here to 60, but just below 65. And I don't know. Let me say it this way. I know sometimes um, some people like that I come on here chill, which is that's just who I am. And then, but I don't want to talk about it in a nonchalant way. I like I said, I try to say quite a bit. I know that people are going to. Um, feel afraid. You see the price drop, and it's a natural thing to have fear, especially if you're coming into the market. And expectations are different for everybody. Some people expect up only. Some people feel like they have, kind of monitor their expectations. Like, okay, I know it's not going to go up 100x, but it's going to do all right. But then they come in the market, and next thing you know, you put your portfolio into the market of the money you want to put into the market, and you're down 40%, 35, 40%. And you're like, well, something must be wrong. But I know it feels like that to a lot of people. And I know a lot of people don't like, even sometimes when I say, I just buy my stuff and I hold it. And, people are like, well, so if you know a dip is coming and this dip could go further, wouldn't you want to sell? And I see a lot of that stuff on Twitter. A lot of people saying, oh, I'm gonna say something else in a minute too. But a lot of people saying like, listen, man, we haven't had a real correction. It's going to go lower. I just hold my tokens. And like I keep trying to reiterate, because I don't know who's watching what day, is you have to realize some of these people are pretty decent. Some of them are just pretty bad people. But you have to keep realizing that a lot of people are traders. So they need you to stay fearful so that the price can go down a little bit more so their short can get filled for the people who are leverage trading or whatever type of trading they're doing. And you have to just really realize that these are people are traders. I say all the time on this channel, I am not a trader. Um, I just buy early and I hold. But there's quite a few people that trade. So if they're trying to convince you, like, hey, don't buy yet, and what they're really saying is, let the price drop some lower so I can get my short fill. Like I say, it's a player versus player game. So if I were to say it without any euphemisms, these people don't care about you. They're not trying to protect you and trying to say, hey, this is not a good time to buy because you can get at cheaper prices. What they're really saying is, please don't buy so my leverage trade can get filled. You have to realize the difference. Even though I'm saying this in such a chill way, it's probably one of the most important things I'm gonna say on the stream. I mean, there's still good information to come, but you got to realize that these people are not saying this for your benefit or to help you. They're saying it so their shorts can get filled, or as their longs could get filled if it's going the other way. Um, so yeah, you just have to really realize what's going on. I saw a couple this morning as I was, looking around doing my research. Listening to different things while I'm finishing my research. Um, so yeah, and speaking of leverage, where we at now? See, the price is already recovering. Some people are not liking that. And I know you're like, why? Why wouldn't they? The price is going up. That's not how it works for everybody. You can make money when it goes up. You can make money when it goes down. But let's not get into that. But anyway, so along with all this stuff that happened, remember I was saying how a lot of people were getting afraid, and this is why you have to research the market and stay up with what's going on. You can't just come into the market and like, I'm looking for micro caps. You got to kind of pay attention to the macro. I don't get deep into the macro as I could, but I feel like I get deeper much more than other people. But anyway, this was about, because I can't say night because different people are different places, parts of the world. 12 hours ago, around 11, 12 hours ago, when this dip started happening, we had $143 million liquidated. from the crypto market. So I believe that was a part of it. I've seen a lot of people saying why it could have happened, and I'm not trying to be the one like, oh, I have the right answer. They're dumb. I'm just saying I haven't, for whatever reason, seen many people talk about this, but it's on Watch Guru, so that's weird. But anyway, $143 million got Bitcoin got liquidated, and I believe that was the long positions, and so that's why I think we're seeing this drop here, and that's why it also was so sudden because it happened around the same time that these liquidations were happening. Um, so just to get that out in the air, so you don't think it's just like there's different reasons the market dumped. Some of them are scarier than others. COVID was much different last cycle. Probably shouldn't have said that on stream, but sometimes they be trying to delete your stream, block it, all kinds of stuff. But the C word happened last cycle. And so that was a different thing. You see that kind of news happening. It kind of is like, oh, maybe we should be selling. Like, I don't know what's going to happen or whatever. But I feel last cycle, I think I wasn't even focused enough to even try to um, be selling. But anyway, like I said, so you had these liquidations. So that's what's going on. It's all good. I think it's just these liquidations, and on top of that, um, with these leverage trading, I tell people all the time. Yeah, I know I say it a billion times that I don't trade, especially leverage trade. But anyway, so and I talked about this last week. Excuse me. But this one, I thought I was pulling up something else. But anyway, so this was at one point this was like 143 and million dollars liquidated in 60 minutes, and this next one says over 32 million in Bitcoin long liquidations in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot to be liquidated at a time, and that could cause the price drop like that. So that's what's going on, y'all. We're not losing the war. It's fine. But on top of that, in the future, what would be something good? I don't leverage trade, but it says looking at the liquidation heat map, longs were just flushed. Excuse me. Now there's $4 billion worth of shorts at 74,000. I mean, if we hit 74,000 and these shorts get liquidated, then the price is going to skyrocket up. It's the opposite effect. So these are things that could help or harm the market, but I would say that you probably shouldn't be a part of it, especially if you're new to crypto. I'm sorry, I just got to use the story. You're not the only one, but we had somebody in the group that a couple of weeks ago that played around with leverage, and they was like, "Yeah, this is not for me." But it's cool. Like I said, sometimes you gotta touch the stove and get burned a couple of times before you know to leave it alone. And it just got bigger and bigger than this. So this was after the 10 hours ago. Now this is 7 hours ago. Bitcoin 5% flash crash leads to $165 million. So the number was just going up. But y'all get it right now. You get the liquidations happening with the leverage trading. Oh, what is this one here? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to see the order I'm going to talk about these in so the story goes in the right direction. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yep. I don't want to talk about that one right now anyway. But anyway, so like I said, so when you're new in the market, and a lot of people, this stream is probably gonna be fast today, to be honest. But when you're new in the market, uh, you might get scared out of this stuff. But smart money is seeing this stuff as a buying opportunity. It says the supply of stable coins appear to have been rapidly accumulated by large wallets over the past 3 weeks. Wallets holding at least 5 million in crypto have added a collective 5% of the combined supplies of USDT, USDC, BUSD, DAI, TUSD, and USDP. So like I said, these are the times you should definitely be, looking to buy. I got up a little late this morning. I told you guys, I said it was going to take me about Tuesday to recover because I had a long, busy weekend, but got up a little late because I had to catch up on my sleep. But when I woke up, I mean, all I saw was sales. Like it was great prices on a lot of stuff to be able to buy. And so I say this so easily sometimes, and um, I never wanted to sound like like condescending or anything, but when I'm like, oh, you shouldn't be scared, you should be buying or whatever. And I see a lot of people saying, no, you shouldn't buy, you should wait. Man, I'd say all the time, anytime you get a 15 to 20% dip, It's a good time to buy 10%, 10%, but you starting to get 15, 20% dips in the tokens you're holding um, over the day or even over the 7 day period. It's a good time to buy, especially if there's projects you believe in. I know some of you guys don't have the experience and the time in the market that I do. So in your mind, you may be saying, no, what is he talking about? No, that means the token's not performing well because this token is dumping 20%. I just saw this AI play over here just go up 10x. So this must be a bad play. And so I fully understand how you could feel like that. And I try to watch the way I word stuff on the stream so you don't feel like I'm calling you stupid or whatever, whatever. Um, so I understand human nature. You're gonna get afraid sometimes if you see some things falling. But I just say it's a good time to buy. I just looked quickly at my portfolio. I saw a lot of stuff that I could buy. I haven't made any buys yet, but I need to. When I get off stream, I'll look into that. But was trying to collect these stories this morning. It was crazy. It's just crazy how to see, even with the entire market of people who's supposed to be have time in the space. For them, I feel like they should be more put together. But even some of them, it's like people just making panic news. And once again, I keep forgetting panic. Gets you more views, more engagement on your post because people are going to ask, "What do you think is happening? What do you think is happening?" And it gives people a chance to sound like geniuses. Because granted, I'm just being honest. If you're new to the space, and when I say new to the space, you just got into the space the last 8 months. You are still new to me. And so for those that have been in the space, for 3 cycles, and some people 4 cycles, you just choose the right words to sound smart. And you guys be like, oh my gosh, they have an answer. I don't ever try to do that to people. I fully realize I could probably get a whole lot, more followers, subscribers, Patreon members, or whatever if I played that game. But I don't like manipulating people. I don't like playing mind games with people because I don't like people playing mind games with me. So I just try to, on this channel, I just try to keep it simple. You know, um, I don't. I feel like the simplest answer is that there were liquidations. It's that simple. Liquidation of long people trying to leverage trade. So that's pretty much the simple thing that's going on. It's nothing really deep, nothing to uh, pretend I'm all smart about or whatever. But what I will say, some bullish news on top of the people accumulating the stable coins. This actually just happened a few minutes ago. That the USDT just minted $1 billion in USDT. $1 billion is a lot of USDT to be minting at a time. And like I said, when you see this kind of stuff, it means they know that some buying is about to happen. They know something's going on, and they need to get USDT ready because when you know this, you don't have to you come into the market whether you on board from MetaMask or Crypto.com or Coinbase or whatever how you on board. You have to onboard your cash and it turns to USDT. That's how you spend money. I had someone who's new to the space. They was like, wait a minute. So I can't send my cash to MetaMask? And I was like, no, you have to use USDT, USDC, or whatever, a stable coin. So they're minting stable coins now. I haven't seen any new USDC minted, but it's a lot of money to be minted at one time. And this just happened maybe 20 minutes ago, I guess you could say. So don't be afraid. And I know I've seen about 3 or 4 people in the space that are well respected, much bigger than me, much more power than me, have said, hey, I know this dip is happening, but don't buy now, wait for the dip to go lower. If you see a 20, 30% discount, 15% discount in the token you believe in, go ahead and get a little bit in there. And like I said, I know people don't have dry powder all the time. And I don't have as much dry powder as I want to have, to be honest. Um, I'm really looking forward to this airdrop. I'm not gonna lie. I tell you, I get upset with people who just airdrop farm, but I don't airdrop farm. I just all mine usually comes through Celestia. I don't run around and chase airdrops or whatever. But I am waiting for one airdrop to come. I wish it would just come today. It would be very, very nice for me. Give me some more dry powder. But anyway, so yeah, take it as an opportunity to buy. And like I said, it's a 30% discount now. No one's to say that you can't get a 40% discount. But what is the difference? If you get a good entry, if you got in at 10 cents and you're getting a chance to buy at 7 cents, go ahead and try to get something in there. Doesn't mean you throw all your dry powder in there, but try to get something. Because obviously with stuff like this, they know something that you don't know, something that I don't know. So anyway, this is an interesting one. I've been talking about KuCoin for a minute. And let me say, As I always say, I try to talk about stuff before you hear from somewhere else, so you just know whatever. But anyway, wormhole, which is pretty big. I haven't been talking about it or whatever because I don't. As big as I know they're going to be, I'm gonna say this, kid, and I know even my friends like, man, you tripping, Zoe? Like, um, I know a lot of these projects are great projects. Yeah, let me say that. I'm gonna take my time on this one. So I know a lot of projects are great projects, y'all. Um, and so I know if you got anytime you're making money is a good time to make money. But for one, I don't trade. So I know if you some of you guys see 50% gains, 70% gains, even on some of my picks sometimes, and you guys get excited. You're like, hey man, it's going 50%. This is a great pick, Zoe. And to me, I'm still kind of chill. I'm not really that excited about it, to be honest, because it's crypto. And not that I'm ungrateful, but so I'll see some of these projects come out and people are like, hey man, you're like, you know how crypto works. You've been in a couple of cycles, this project's going to do well. But I'm just of the mindset now that I know some of these, let me say this part clearly. I know some of these, you're saying they're launching at a billion, but Zoe, they got room to run. They can go 20, 30, 40 billion. Yes, right? Because I still feel like people, and I got a slide about this later. I'm going to talk about. I think this is very important. I like some of these guys. I respect them, ladies too, because I know some ladies in crypto. Um, so when I'm having these conversations with them, I respect their point of views and how stuff was last cycles before. But I keep saying like, there's too much saturation in the market, and so what I see happening, people are saying from last cycle what evaluations were, and it's like, hey, these are some of the biggest projects of the cycles, though. So maybe you should get in these because they can 20 and 30x. But there's too many of them. All of these I'm gonna put it this way: when you talk about good projects and blue chips, whatever term you want to call them, high caps, blue chips, projects that are going to stay the next cycle, however you want to look at those, there are more of them coming out this cycle. All of them cannot be $40 billion. They cannot all be 40 billion market cap. If they are, as I say, I'll be wrong in a good way because that means our coins are going to pump even more. But I just don't see all these projects, I could just go down the list. I can't see all them being 40, 50, 60 billion each. Like I talked about in one of my streams before, when they were happy in April of 2021, which when the market was pumping, 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 and they were like, hey, we now have 100 projects at 1 billion market cap. Like, do the math, y'all. Slow down with your euphoria and what you know from last cycle. And I know some of you been in 3 and 4 cycles too, or whatever. But think about the math. This is basic math. Stop thinking about the tech. Stop thinking about blue chips. Stop thinking about the VCs that are behind it and all that kind of stuff. All of these projects cannot be 60 billion. They can't. Like 20 billion, 10 and 20 billion, I'll try to say, okay, maybe. But at that time, it's just a 20x, and it's a 20x you have to hope for. It's a 20x you have to wait to the top of the cycle, I feel like it. But when I see people saying this one, like y'all talking about like 150 at minimum, you're talking about, okay, let me see, I'm talking about simple man. Let me be here. Okay. Just give me a minute to count real quick. I'm gonna say, at minimum, when you're talking about blue chips, big projects, big backers, um, there's about 60 to 70. And I'm pretty sure it's more. I'm talking about bare minimum 70, 60 to 70. You telling me 70 projects going to have a 60 billion market cap? I think y'all tripping. And 70 I think is a low number. I think that's a low number. We're really talking when you talk about blue chips, big projects, or whatever the people think or whatever it's going to be, whatever. You're talking about 150 to 200 at most. We didn't have that many last cycle. I feel like if I can count them off quickly, I don't even want to count Ethereum, Solana, Matic, Avalanche, Polkadot, Cardano. Um, I'm gonna help you. I'll put some more in there. Arweave, Filecoin. Um, you know, You see, this cycle alone, I can count these much quicker. Maybe near. But see, I see how I'm even having to think to the last cycle. EOS. I'm sorry, so that's 8. EOS, Elrond. I don't know if I did that math right, but we're somewhere around. So that's 10. Elrond. Um, there's not. There just weren't that many. Y'all see what I'm saying? I just got the 10. I'm pretty sure if I think harder, I'll get to more. But so 10, let's say 10, 20, maybe 30 last cycle, that we had. Because some of those stragglers that I'm talking about the big projects, people talking about blue chips, we may have 20 or 30 of them. So yeah, they can get to, some of them still only got the 10 billion. Couple of that got 20 billion. Solana, like I said, Solana might hit 90, it might hit 90 billion at the top. It was around 87-ish. Right? It wasn't many of those. The Cardanos, yeah. And then when you look at that number, I wish I could go back and I wish I should have pulled up something for this. But when you go back and you look at that top 100, when they made that list of 100 projects that made it to a billion, some of y'all probably don't even know these projects. Like I mentioned, like Siacoin. Like some of y'all probably like, what is Siacoin? So it was stragglers that kind of got to a billion. You know what I mean? I remember Siacoin, like I said, topped out these are the ones I kept track of. It got topped out around 2 billion. So I think for the people, I respect y'all. I'm not trying to knock anybody's point of view, because a lot of people try to do that. They try to knock another person's point of view so they can get views. So if a person said Bitcoin should be red, I'm gonna make a video that says Bitcoin should be blue to counter them, and then I'll get views and create my little team. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to talk simple math here, y'all. So when you say, Zoe, man, you was talking about Dimension before anybody. Why didn't you get into it? Because it launched at a billion. And I feel like Dimension is one of those that could do well. Maybe it could get to 20 and 30 billion. But when all the competition is on the market currently, and all the projects that I know are coming on the market, you can't tell me that 400 projects are all going to have a $60 billion circulating market cap. If they do, that just means we are all going to be like pissing on Drake's house because we all got more money than Drake. Like Drake is going to be shining our shoes. That's just astronomical. That's an astronomical level of money. Like I just don't see it. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, it is what it is. I just don't see, because really we're getting to the point where it's going to be about 300 to 600 blue chips. And I just don't see all of them holding $50 billion. And to further that point, right? People are laughing about it, or making a lot of posts about saying, "Hey, people are jumping from meme coin to meme coin." Let's say this how it is: people are jumping from project to project because some people see all of it as meme coin. So the benefits you had last cycle, I hope y'all keeping up with this. I might be boring some of y'all, but the thing we had last cycle with blue chips or bigger tokens is they all held their 20 billion or 30 billion for the layer ones, which was around that 30 billion level. They all held that 30 billion for a while, and you were able to take profits if you didn't get caught at the end of the market where people were saying it was going to be an extended cycle. This cycle, people are understanding crypto more. You got to realize some of these people in crypto never touched stocks. Crypto was their first thing they invested into. People are hopping from project to project. You cannot think it's going to be logical sense that 300 to 400 blue chips, we're not even talking about all the other projects, not even talking about them. You can't think it makes logical sense that 3 to 5 to 600 projects that are going to be blue chips are all going to hold a steady, listen to me, hold a steady circulating market cap of 50 to 60 to 70, 80 billion dollars. If you think all of these are going to go to 60, 70 billion dollars, they're all going to hit it for a minute, and then people are going to bounce to the next one. Then they're going to bounce to the next one. That's why I don't mind, like, people like, man, sometimes I'm like, man, maybe I know these are blue chips and they're good. And even though they're a billion, they can run up to, a billion and a half, 2 billion, and then my group can, get the little 2x or whatever. But it's just too much to keep up with. And I feel like I said, I'll just stick in my altcoins and then watch them do the 100x's. It may take a while, or, take a while for them to do the 10x's, but I'd rather just be in position. That's a statement I'll repeat on my channel a lot. I'd rather just already be in position. because I don't think a lot of people are thinking clearly. Doesn't mean I'm smarter than them. Doesn't mean they're stupid. Doesn't mean I have more alpha or whatever. This is just basic math I be trying to tell people to think about. You can't expect all these to have an $80 billion circulating market cap. There will be a couple that have them. I still say not just because it's one that I hold, and I'm not trying to pump my bags, but I do believe that Celestia is going to be one of those, right? But when it hits it, I will already be in position. I can't be holding all these blue chips for. I think it's just going to work out sadder than people think. Is what I'm trying to say. I try to be bullish on this channel. I'm not trying to be bearish, but I'm just trying to give you some perspective to think about. You don't even have to take my perspective. Take mine, calculate that maybe with somebody else's perspective, and then form your own opinion. But I just don't think it's smart for people to be thinking all these projects like, oh, it's great. I know they have some of the biggest backers. Also realize that some of these biggest backers overlap into some of the other projects. I know people are bullish, and I would love for it to happen, y'all. I really would, for people to say, hey, man, really the 2 billion is really where we were capping at for crypto as the entire market last cycle. We were capping about, around that 2 billion area. I don't care if it's 2.6 or 1.8. It was around 2 billion. So people are saying like, man, all this money is going to come into trade fine. It's going to be 15 trillion. Listen, man, I don't know about that. It could happen. That'd be cool, but I'm not sure. Trying to make sure I'm good on tech. I'm not sure that can happen, y'all. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. I was supposed to be talking about something totally different, but I think it's an important tangent. But what I was saying, what I was trying to get to is what's on stream is Wormhole, which is sorry, y'all. I'm coming back now. Wormhole, which is one of those blue chips, right? Is getting listed on KuCoin. So we had the whole KuCoin FUD or whatever that's going on with KuCoin. I will say that even if a lot of projects are still launching on KuCoin, a lot of big projects, so maybe they think or they know that everything's going to be okay. But what I will say is, even though when you see big projects like this launching on KuCoin, and you decide to keep using it, listen, y'all, don't play the games. Buy it on KuCoin and immediately send it to your cold storage. Stop being cheap. Like I usually try not to say it like that, but it is what it is because you'll end up losing everything. Get you a tangent, get you the 3-pack. It's pretty cheap. You get 3 of them. If you lose one, you still got 2 left over, and you still got a chance to send it to another cold storage if you have to buy another one. I know y'all feel like it's a waste of money, and I could be putting the $60 in crypto. I understand that, but if you lose all your crypto, it's not going to do you any good. So I went on that whole tangent based off Wormhole, but I still think it's very important. Like I said, I'm not trying to downplay anybody's point of view. I'm not trying to downplay or FUD anybody's bags. For one, I can't FUD something that's a billion market cap. I just crossed. And by the way, thank you guys. I always say that I'm not in this try to build a channel, but I reached 1,000 subscribers. But what I'm saying is I just crossed 1,000 subscribers. There's no way my channel could FUD something that's a billion market cap. But I'm just trying to get people something to think about. But that doesn't necessarily mean you only go search, you go market cap hunting and only try to find stuff that's, under $1 million or under 5 million. It just means that it's so many things y'all got to think about this cycle. I talked about one yesterday with the making up projects. I saw another person talking about that today. But I won't talk about that because I talk about it quite a bit. But okay, this brings home the point I was just talking about, but it talks about it in a different way. Anyway, I'm gonna go through this one pretty fast because actually I was saying it's gonna be a short stream. I'm right around 30 minutes again. But it says NFTs are like nightclubs. Crypto is a volatile religion. NFT stats, NFT collector says. Crypto is the most volatile religion in the world, says renowned NFT statistics guru Sam Gelman. But I'm going to actually skip all the way through to the part that I want to get to. It actually is a pretty decent read, though, to be honest. Do I want to read all that? Hold on, y'all. Sorry, give me just a minute here. It is pretty good stuff. I know. I guess I could read it while I'm reading it in my head. Let me just read it, y'all. Sam Gelman, aka NFT Statistics, aka Punk 9059, is a prominent figure in the NFT space. Known for his ability to create charts and provide valuable insights into the volatile markets. In 2023, Gelman worked for Proof and hosted the Proof Daily Countdown, a 10 to 15 minute all you need to know show that resonated well with true believers of NFTs. With the recent acquisition of Proof and Moonbirds, Gelman has joined the team at Memeland, reunited with Ray Chan, someone he's known for the last 12 years. His journey into NFTs started in the mania of 2021 when a handful of Gelman's TradeFi friends urged him to look into CryptoPunks. After some initial resistance, Gelman fell down the rabbit hole and has hardly come up for air since. During during the C event, they started really aggressively recommending CryptoPunks. I thought the first 3 or 4 of them were idiots. And then when the 5th person said it, I started to get FOMO, says Gelman. That was kind of when I started to get involved in the game and ended up trying to research CryptoPunks and found that there just wasn't enough data or a lot of data out there on it. I started building out my own data sets around CryptoPunks, and that was basically the genesis of this account. I'm going to skip that part. I'm going to skip that part about him launching, and I'll probably get to the part I want to talk about. Yeah, here we go. Says, sometimes I say that crypto is the most volatile religion in the world. It's people who are in the religion, it's people who are in the religion are not just in it, but they are missionaries. They're out there telling everyone about it, and this is changing everything. And then there are people who think that the people in this space are completely crazy and full of S. I sit between those two, and I think that kind of gives me credibility with both. Now, here's the main part. It says NFTs are like nightclubs and the fickle nature of the attention economy. The shifting nature of what's hot and what's not in NFTs is something that Gelman has paid particularly close attention to. Whether it's Bored Apes Yacht Club, Doodles, Clone X, Moonbirds, D-Gods, Cool Cats, or a whole raft of other projects that have been up and down, Gelman has a theory about fashionability in the space. Now we're to the main part. Sorry. One of the things I say is that NFTs are like nightclubs. It's very hard to stay cool for a long time. I'm gonna say that again. One of the things I say is that NFTs are like nightclubs. It's very hard to stay cool for a long time. And there will be a time when there are like 3 nightclubs. Excuse me. And there will be a time when there are like 3 nightclubs. And this was very much the case in Hong Kong. In 2008, there were 3 nightclubs where the line would be wrapped around the block. And you would have to know someone who knew someone to get in. And 3 years later, no one goes to them and they're shut down. Now, me, I'm the type of person, I love metaphors. I like how a story can correlate. But that's what I'm saying about these blue chips. And I was saying earlier, I see a lot of people who are respect and they know what they're talking about. They know crypto, they know the space, they have the alpha. But I'm like, you realize how many nightclubs are about to be open? These are the blue chips. All of them cannot be, I'll say it strongly, all of them cannot be $70 billion. They're not all going to be $70 billion. So that's why I watch how many, I feel like I said, I got into blue chips I'm gonna get into. But you can't get into all of them. So I know some of y'all gonna ask, man, Wormhole's a big project, man. It's about to launch. And I think Wormhole's gonna launch. I think it's gonna be past $1 billion, to be honest. But I do know some people made money off them. But yeah, I'm just, it doesn't mean I'm going to be in all microcaps below 20 million, 5 million, 1 million or whatever. There's going to be some 60 million. There's going to be some 100, some 200 million, 500 million or whatever. Right. But I just got to really feel like these projects are going to move. I feel like this whole stream is about this. And I didn't even see this coming. This is not even playing. I'm really just talking stuff that's in my head. But so yeah, I think this is a good reference. Let's say how these nightclubs were huge. And even no matter what city you're in, whether it's New York, Louisiana, LA, Atlanta, wherever you lived, those nightclubs that were hot. And then when's the last time you've been there? Oh, they closed down or nobody goes there anymore because they go into this new one over here. That's how people are going to be in crypto. They're going to be bouncing around and you just got to be careful. But the thing, okay, let me say this too. This is important too. The thing I want to do with my group and my channel and my Patreon is I want us to have made a lot of money before the bouncing around starts. Already be in position, waiting for the bounce around people. And we've already, like I said, God willing, already have all made 40, 50 X's on our portfolio. By the time the retail really comes in and they're bouncing around the different projects, we can pull most of our profits out, and and we can play the bounce game with them or whatever, with maybe 10, 20% of our portfolio, but 80% of it, we've already made our life-changing gains or whatever. And we chilling on the sideline. We just playing with 20% of our gains that we made and see if we can make some more out of that. Um, anyway, every time I think I'm gonna have a short stream and have nothing to say, it just starts coming out. I got three more things here. Why did I pull this one up? I mean, it's kind of obvious, but anyway, let me just pull up. I don't. I should have. I didn't. As you can tell, I've just been going on my tabs. I don't have any notes on the stream, so I think it's going pretty decent. I think. Let me know. Anyway, says largest Athena airdrop recipient gets nearly $2 million. I guess I have an airdrop coming up, and I'm hoping mine is $2 million. Maybe that's why I pulled this up. I don't know, and I know the wormhole airdrop or whatever. I don't know, y'all. I guess I was just reading it and I left it on stream. Yeah, big airdrop. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be mad when I get off stream. It's like, oh, that's why I pulled that article up and I don't remember. But anyway, so these last two things are kind of pointing out some of the stuff I've already been saying as well. It says the meme coin madness is break. I know we're steady talking about meme coins this cycle, but it is what it is. It says the meme coin madness is breaking the Bitcoin halving cycle. Liquidity seems to have skipped a few steps and gone from Bitcoin straight to meme coins in this weird bull market. And you know what? I won't linger on this one because the next one kind of wraps it up. I'll just talk about them both as a whole. It says, I really don't understand why people keep trying to fit. This is what I want to say, is what they said. It says, I don't understand why people keep trying to fit this bull run into the framework of previous cycles. So far, we have broken basically most. This is how the cycle goes rules. So basically saying we've broken most of the rules that we traditionally follow. 2-year bear market? No. No all-time high no all-time high till after the halving. No, we've already reached all-time high way before the halving. ETH leads the alts run. That has not happened as well because meme coins have kind of done their own thing as well as AI. Break all-time high on BTC, then everything up only. No, so we've broken all-time high and we're still, some stuff is trending down or whatever. So like I said, you can use some of the rules and stuff that you know from last cycle, but it doesn't mean it's also going to apply. You gotta, day by day, you have to be reevaluating how you think. Like I said, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to do it in a safe way. Even reevaluating some of these projects I know are made up, but you got to kind of see how much traction these things have and who's pumping them. Doesn't mean we're not going to fill all our bags with some of these, but I just see some of it. When I say I know, I know on the stream all the time. I'll say, hey man, I don't know everything. I don't know. But some of these I know they're made up. Like I know they're made up because I saw there's one in particular. I saw 4 of them get cooked up at the same time, and I shared in the group. Actually, I talked about it on a stream. I did. I forgot I talked about it on a stream. But let me see. I'm gonna see where it's at right now too. If y'all remember which one I'm talking about, let me see. I'm gonna see where it's at right now. But it was the same people that were launching it, same influencers, same. I think this is correct. Oh my God, that's wild. That is trash. That is trash. Oh, that's crazy. So if y'all remember which one I'm talking about, okay, I'm sorry, ADHD. So what I'm saying is, I'm gonna get back to this one. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of projects that are being made up and they have big influencers from Twitter to YouTube that are behind them and pumping them. I want to say one name. I was like, okay, that's why that one pumped. I talked about one in the group. Somebody kind of rebutted me, but I'm telling you, the project's trash. But now they have a really big influencer talking about it. I'm like, I saw this thing. Okay, I use the term rug. It wasn't a rug, but it was a made up. I keep saying this, y'all. They make up the project to get money now out of you guys to put into other projects that they actually believe in. But if y'all so happen to catch on to the narrative and y'all start creating a community around it, they're going to keep pushing it. But anyway, so this project that I'm about to talk about, they made up about 4 projects at the same time. I would be watching on Twitter as the different influencers would go to the one, and they had like 4. They was like, hey, I'm talking for them, but I'm not in their groups. They're like, hey man, we got about to make these projects, and we gonna pump this AI sector or whatever. Let me see. I'm trying to look. I don't wanna put nobody out there because I ain't trying to even create that. So y'all think I want? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say it. Okay, so see, the Twitter's gone, right? So they created all these four projects at the same time. The same influencers would be going to following the Twitter page because they were getting ready to pump them. But this one in particular did not catch on. I'm gonna put on. I'm being petty now, but this one didn't catch on. Is it on stream? Did it go? Okay, maybe my stream is behind. But anyway, it'll catch up. Okay, here we go. So as y'all can see, I was watching all these projects. I told you about this. Look, this joint was at $7, y'all. It was at $7 at one point. It is 9 cents now. It is not. It is 9 pennies. And I think it didn't catch on, and they had some messed up stuff with the contract and so. But I shouldn't even put that straight. But I'm being petty. But what I'm saying, when y'all think like I'm like, oh, you messing up. I have some friends. That's why I don't say the names on stream, because I have some friends that I know that invest in some of these projects. I'm like, man, I'm not trying to say I'm the scientist of all sciences, bro, but I'm like, I've watched this project get developed, and like 3 of them are at like 500 million now. And it's like, what can I say now? If I say something now, I'm gonna look like the stupid YouTuber who don't know what the crap he's talking about. He's not in the alpha. He don't have the connections or whatever. But I'm like, it worked. But what's confusing them is I watched them. They're like, this was the one that we really thought was going to pump. We created a better logo for it. We created a better website for it. But crypto is crazy like that. And I see them, even sometimes they'll try to push it, and they're like, man, what is going on? This is the one that's supposed to be pumping. But these over here like took off. But it's just, crypto's a weird space. But yeah, that junk was $7. And then I saw people like asking, like, is it a good entry on it or whatever. And it went from $7 to 9 cents. I didn't know. So that's a rug. So what I'm saying is, y'all just lucky. Some of these projects y'all hoping in AI, y'all just lucky they didn't rug, and you just happen to be making gains off them. But it's just scary for me. I'm just talking on this. I don't care, man. I'm just on all kinds of tangent today. But for me having a Patreon, I could say like, hey man, yo, no, let's just see if we can make some money. But I'll be too afraid, man. And then y'all get rugged, and it'd be my fault. You know what I'm saying? So, not saying that, we have one project now that's having some problems. So I'm already feeling some type of way about that, and I feel like it's a great project, a legit project. We have a lot of others that are doing well, but I can't look at this and like, okay, I know they made this project up, but because it has all these influences behind it, I'm gonna push it to the Patreon and get them invested, and then you go from $7 to 9 cents. Like, that's ridiculous. Um, anyway, but there's a different game being played this cycle, y'all, and so we just have to be real careful how we're moving. It's way more work. It's way more work than I was even ready for, to be honest. But I feel like we're going to do really good in this market. And I talked way longer than I thought I was. But let's get let's get some of you guys questions or whatever. In my mind, when I was talking, it was at 8 minutes. I was like, damn, I feel like I'm finished talking, and I talked another 30 something minutes. But whatever, it's cool. Let's see what we got going on here. Luca says, Shakeout enjoying this right now. Real investors hold volatility. It's our sacrifice for the 50x. Yeah, I'm telling you, volatility is the price you pay for trying to get 100x, 20, 50x, and 1000x's and all that kind of stuff. Is like just buying more when it falls, and stop trying to sell and buy back more. So volatility is the price you pay for trying to make this money. Natty said, morning G, this volatility hits different in the bull market versus FTX crash. Oh yeah. That was diabolical, man. PC said, happy start to a new day. It definitely is. I'm finally feeling a little bit more rested. My voice hasn't caught up. My voice apparently is still tired, and it's doing its own thing. So maybe by Friday I'll get my voice back. Or maybe I'm going through another puberty. I don't know. Maybe my voice is getting deeper again. Natty said, Zoe is the roaring kitty of crypto, especially in the Patreon. Dude, man, Donnie, you gonna make me emotional talking like that, man. I can only hope to do what that dude did. Seriously, like, I know they made a movie, and that's because Hollywood's trying to make money off AI, but I feel like dude deserves even more respect for the people that he helped. Like, if I could be the roaring kitty of crypto, that'd be huge. You know what I mean? Yeah, I appreciate that compliment. Oh, now, thanks, Natty. Now you remind me why I brought this thing up. I was like, I know I pulled this article up for a reason, but yeah, this one about the airdrop because yeah, we got into a project. Uh, I'm pretty sure we're like some of the first people in there, and I think everybody knows that after yesterday. But yeah, they dapped us up with a nice little airdrop. They dapped us up with a nice little 1-to-1 air. I think a lot of people got a 1-to-1 airdrop on it, and some of the other ones got an 80%, which is still like I said with the we have one project. See, y'all see how ADHD works. See how I just connected those sentences. Let me finish one sentence. But they got it. They gave us a little nice 1-to-1 airdrop, and some people got 80%. So if you had 100 tokens, they gave you 80 more tokens on top of it. But I feel like we're one of the first groups in this project. I'm really bullish on it. Um, but what I do appreciate about the group, um, our group in the Patreon, is some people got 1-to-1, and then some people got 80%. And I didn't see the people that got 80% of what they were holding start complaining and like, oh, this is some bull crap. Like, it's free money, y'all. Like, just be grateful. Like I said, one of the projects that we I'm still bullish on. I know y'all might probably think I'm crazy, but I think it's going to recover. But it got messed up because people were greedy about free money. Projects giving you airdrop free money and you complaining about how much it is, and then you destroy your opportunity to get 100 200x because you want to be greedy. So I do appreciate that in the group. I didn't see people's like, man, you got 1-to-1, I only got 80%. Maybe it's because you were holding more. They can't dump all their tokens out. But yeah, we got into this project. I'm feeling really bullish about it. Been researching it some more and looking at some stuff. Matter of fact, let me check something real quick. But yeah, that's why I say, listen, I'm never going to really. I feel like my Patreon has great value. I'm never going to try to be that guy that says we have the best Patreon, and I know that's what makes people FOMO into. But I feel like we have a good group. We're in some good projects. I work hard to try to help everybody out. Um, but yeah, I'm very very excited about this project for sure because, um, I see it like another G Swift, another neon for the group. But the thing is, a lot of you guys weren't able to share probably in that G Swift and that neon run with us because my group was small. That when that happened, we had a text group. Wasn't that many people. So I'm hoping this one could get you guys like the games we saw on neon and G Swift and even Solana, to be honest, like because we yeah. A couple other projects we got a lot of so anyway, but to get you guys those gains, some of the new people in the group. But I'm very bullish on this project, and that was dope. We weren't even expecting that yesterday. We were just trying to watch the little interview or whatever you want to call it that they were doing, and at the end of it, they was like, "Hey man, we about to airdrop 1-to-1." I was like, "Nah, let me see if this gonna really happen." Like, let me see what they talking about. But they really did. That was really dope. We had to wait a while for it, but it takes a while for airdrops to happen sometimes. Anyway, but that is why I had pulled up this article about the Athena airdrop because yeah, we got a little airdrop yesterday. And speaking of, if you want to join the Patreon, as I continue to read these comments, um, join Patreon is at patreon.com/cryptozo. Yeah, but let's get to the rest of these comments. Tunk said, me personally, I love the red. I only buy in the red. Yeah, me too. I know a lot of people have where they DCA just every week, no matter what happens. I still can't get down with that. I can't do that. I need to see some red. I need to see some. Yeah, I need to see that red. So it makes me excited. So when I get off stream, I'm gonna see maybe my dry powder isn't where I want it to be because I'm still waiting for some stuff to come out. Um, of course, I mean we got bills and stuff too, and all that kind of stuff. I'm taking care of family members and stuff. So, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. Tung said, "Hey Zo, Lart David, a YouTuber, he was saying the same thing you keep warning us about the AI projects. He was saying they're making capital for the project they believe in. Man, I'm trying to tell you, I keep saying it like hype builds a YouTube channel. Hype gets you more subscribers. I was about to I almost cursed. I don't even curse, but I don't give a crap. I don't care about that. I don't care how boring people think my stuff is. I keep telling you, I'm gonna be saying stuff and people gonna be saying it months later. But I've been three people. I hate to say three people that I haven't talked to these people personally, but I felt like they were pretty decent people in the space. and I saw one this weekend. I was like, I know you're not about to talk about that project. And he definitely did. I said, you know that's a made up project, but I said he might be in on it. You know what I'm saying? They making these projects and they running them. I mean, they running these projects from like 5 million up to 400 million. And I'll look at it and I'm like, dang, is my group gonna think I'm stupid because I didn't say nothing about this project? But I'm like, no, Zo, you know this project's made up. So I'm really just trying to protect them. You know, if y'all get into it, whatever, you know, and y'all make some money. But yeah, I'm not gonna be the only one talking about it. I was one of the first though, because I'll be watching Twitter. I'll be watching Twitter. I still, even though people think there's nothing on there, I'll be watching Reddit, all that kind of stuff. I'll be reading that stuff. So I will say I think I research too deep sometimes, and it does cause me to miss other projects. But I'll be trying to make sure my research is together. But yeah, that's just dope. That I'm not the only one that notices that they definitely making up these projects out of thin air. Um, and so let me say this too. There is a lot of vaporware in crypto. When we say vaporware, but that means they have developed a project, but at least the project actually does something. They got some VCs backing it. They actually have developers. They actually went and coded something, whatever. Some of these projects, there is nothing. There's literally nothing. They just made the token, made the name, made the Twitter, made the website, and then just pumped it. And it's like, you know, when we talk about vaporware, we mean more so mean like nobody's really going to use it yet, or maybe nobody's going to use it ever. But at least they tried to create something. Some of these projects ain't created nothing, man. Chuck said Drake got crypto too, though. Does he? He ain't. I don't think he in there like we in there. I don't. I really don't. Because the thing is, to be honest, like when you in crypto, it's like you ain't got the money you want, so you really trying to make something out of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Drake probably got some Bitcoin, maybe some Ethereum or whatever, but he ain't down here in the trenches like we are trying to get the 100,000 X's. I don't think. If so, Drake, I will be your advisor if you want to throw a couple bands. Um, Anyway, Radiant Substance said, continue. I don't have the proof of the evidence, but I feel like we won't see life-changing gains like this in 2030. Yeah, man, I think this is like one of the last cycles where we're going to see like this. Because, I mean, regulation is coming. And to be honest, even though y'all think y'all don't, you don't want to keep having this back and forth with SEC and stuff. Regulation kind of would be good for the space. Tad Ape said, really good analogy. I don't even know what analogy that was because it was a while ago, but appreciate it. Stefano said, is there a way to add Manta to Tangent? I haven't even tried. I sent it over to the regular wallet. I guess maybe I should put a tutorial up about that. I just sent it to the regular Manta wallet over there. Tad Ape said Temple. Damn, I'm thinking I'm missing that reference. My guy, my bad. Chuck said, can someone post in the private chat what projects he's talking about? Oh, I think I talked about them already. I'll talk in I'll talk about them in the group or whatever. I thought I put some of them out, but listen, it don't even matter. I mean, they got. I'll talk about them in the group, but they got so much community now or whatever. It's just like whatever. Teddy said, if you bark books, fitty, okay. You talk about this. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, Tad knows some of them. Yeah. And then one of them just changed their name too. Yeah, and the thing is, the crazy thing is about them. Sometimes, I mean, it's like 10% of the time they'll say something that's good, but yeah, you see those guys, you got to know. As I said, people don't even know. I follow bad and good people on social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. And I be knowing them. I be like, look, they finna pump. And sometimes I hate to say it, I kind of watch it for entertainment. I'm like, watch them pump this dirt meme coin and they gonna dump it. And people still don't catch on. Especially a couple of them, when they do interviews and stuff and get on different channels, they talk with so much conviction and confidence. And that's how people be scamming people. That's why I said this yesterday. Y'all love that stuff. Like when people talk all confidence and boisterous, like I know, and they talk arrogant, them the dummies in the space. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say those are the dumbest people in the space. They don't be knowing nothing. That's why I ain't gotta come over here hyping myself up and like talking all loud and I'll just be chill, man. I know what I know, man. I'm just chill on here, man. Yeah, I gotta watch those people. EA EA with the eyes. I'm trying to think. Okay, let me see what they talking about. I'm trying to figure out why you put the eyes on here. I think you were talking about. I think that's when I put up the project that rugged. Yeah, man. I be watching these projects. I seen a couple of those. I just point that one's probably one of the worst rugs I saw, to be honest, though. Because and like I think I've watched like 15 of these AI projects rugged. And so let me say this. Let me slow down. The reason I don't tell y'all about them, because I'm be honest, some of y'all like to gamble. And y'all be like, but it's a low market cap. It could pump a little bit, right? And so let me get in there. So I've watched about 15 to 20 of these rug. And to be honest, when I look at the Twitter pages, okay, let me slow it down again. So what they'll do with these projects is, say a Twitter page already has a big following from last cycle. It could be a whole different project, right? They'll switch that Twitter to the new AI project, right? And so it's like, oh, look, this project has a big following. Then they'll have influencers following the influencers that's going to pump it, whether that be Twitter influencers or YouTube influencers, right? And so like 3 of them, they chose to give these the biggest Twitter pages. They had some great influencers, not great as in people, but big influencers like following it. They was going to shield it. And they tried to start shielding them, but it just didn't work for some. That's confusing to me too. Even for me, I know they confused. They like what we were pushing this. We were talking about it. It looked like they worked harder on the logo. They had better names, but it just so happens that some of the other ones took off for whatever reason, and they were probably confused. Like, man, and they probably had the most tokens or bags in those tokens, but they end up rugging. But this one in particular that I just showed on stream was such a low market cap, and I know if I said something about it, y'all have been like, "Man, Zoe tripping, man. This only a 5 million market cap. I'm about to jump in this joint." He done brought it to my attention. I'm about to jump in, and that jump went from $7.10 to 9 pennies, 9 cents, bro. From $7.10 to 9 pennies. That's a rug. And so one of the other ones I talked about, I don't care what nobody say. It's a trash project to me, but it's got a community now. I'm gonna let it go. But it was at, I'll give a hint. The sucker was at like, dang, I don't even remember now. Was it at $1.50 and it dumped to 60 cents or something? And so what you're saying is y'all probably, I know the term rug is used loosely, and I'm not trying to use it loosely. So it wasn't a rug. But what happened is they created a project to gain liquidity. Say this clearly. They created the project to gain liquidity off you guys, and they had a large portion of it to take that money out to put into other projects. But what happened is the community stayed around and people kept talking about it. So I was like, all right, let's revisit this project. I don't care what nobody say. I don't like that project. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. I ain't gonna talk about it on stream. But I don't like that project. And I don't like a lot of these other ones or whatever because they're just made up. But I try to say that in simplest terms. No, it's not a rug. But if they create a project, they disperse tokens amongst influencers, and they all have $10,000 worth of this token at $1 million market cap, and it runs up to 50 million market cap. They now have I won't embarrass myself. Did I do the math? 50, $500,000, right? Yeah, it's 10 times 50. They now have $500,000 amongst the influencers. They have $500,000 each. They can pull that liquidity, but they pumped y'all all up, and y'all think it's a legit project in this community. They done pull they 500 grand out to put in something else, and y'all steady holding on like, yeah, blah 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 talked about this, so let's run this project up. It's going to the moon, and they already out the project. They don't care what it does now. So I think I explained that in the simplest terms. That's what's happening with a lot of these joints, man. Ken said, hey bro, can you look at let's see what this, man, it's looking like one of those trash projects already. Just okay. Oh, I didn't mean to leave that on stream. I don't want nobody to think I'm shilling my Patreon, but let's see what you got. Matter of fact, let me go over here real quick. Let's do this, and then I'm gonna do this. I might have to look into this later, my guy, because it's not even coming up or registering on market cap. Let me see if it registers on Gecko. It's not registering on either. A little late in the stream, so I'll have to look into that one later. Tad Ape said I only got 80% of the airdrop, but because my bag is big, yeah, that might be. I respect them for doing that. You know, some of the other bags might be, y'all probably had heavy bags in it, so yeah, it's cool. Like we said, we got some free money in the airdrop, so you just got to be grateful for it, and you know, it's cool. 80% is decent. So you put $1,000 in the project, and they airdrop you $800 worth of it, more tokens that you didn't have to pay for. We cool with that. That's all good. But I'm really think this project is going to be dope. Okay. Crypto says Drake is supposedly behind the meme coin win. I need a man. I don't know. They be saying they was doing stuff like that last cycle and it never turned out to be true. I'm not saying he ain't, but I doubt it. I'm just being honest. As you said, I don't like to say this, but regulation is needed because of the meme. Yeah, y'all just said the same. Yeah, it's a lot of people think they don't want regulation, but yeah, it would definitely help the space. And then if you're knowledgeable about the space and then you're in the right groups, you're still gonna make money anyway. Um, Teddy said, "Bro, you broke 1,000 subs. Congrats. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I didn't even notice it. I think EA had pointed it out, and my lady had said something. I didn't even really realize it." Chuck said Drake put out a Mike's. Hold on, I think you talking about that vid he did about Bitcoin a couple of weeks ago. Let me see what you said. Drake put out a Mike Saylor vid talking about Bitcoin, and he's got that stake sponsorship. So I assume he's got a few bit. Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure he in Bitcoin and Ethereum stuff like that. But he ain't down here in the weeds like we are. So it's crazy. It's crazy to think if you got the right size bag and you in the right projects, you can actually pass his net worth like in crypto for real. Um, Definitely doable. Not everybody's going to do it, but it's definitely. Ooh, look like we getting a pump on something that we. Well, I know I'm holding. I don't know if everybody in the group holding it. I was gonna buy some more of that too. I missed it. I missed the. I did. I missed the dip on this one. Yeah, that was it. Oh man, I missed the dip. It's all good. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got some Bitcoin and stuff like that. But listen, guys, I really thought this was gonna be a short stream. I actually crossed an hour, but I appreciate you guys, all your comments and questions and all that kind of stuff. And I think for this project we got in, I think if you join the Patreon, you still got a chance to get in. Um, I believe. Let me say this too on the stream. I do believe that. I think that airdrop. They said they might do it monthly, but I think it's for the early adopters. I don't know if you had to already be in it starting this first one, but I think this might be the last month to get into it to receive. I don't think they're doing it for everybody up until that certain month that's getting in at that month. I think it's just the early adopters. And I think they may cut that off at some point. I may be wrong, but we'll see what they say in the next meeting or whatever. But yeah, really feeling bullish about that pick. I think it's going to do well on top of them giving us this free airdrop. So yeah, man, if y'all want to join the Patreon, is at patreon.com/cryptozo. And appreciate you guys for hanging out on the stream with us. And I'm catch you